All right. So hi guys, welcome to Wednesday night. So this is going to be on that flow 1.5. So obviously you're going to need a mat, but let's also grab light weights and something that you could use as a TheraBand. So options for that: yoga belt, a belt from your robe, if you've got like a jump rope. Anything of that nature. And if you don't have anything, that I'll try to shout out some kind of modifications for the moves that we're going to be doing. But let's go ahead and start onto our mat. We're going to start on our back with our knees bent and our feet flat, about hip distance apart. All right, you guys. So here we are, laying down, feet about hip distance apart, knees are bent. Let's start with opening up our shoulders a little bit. You're going to reach those arms up toward the ceiling. Your palms are turned in toward each other. On an inhale, I want you to reach up toward the ceiling, feel that space between the shoulder blades widen, and then exhale. Think of squeezing those shoulder blades together like you're pinching a penny between them. Inhale to reach up, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, squeeze, trying to loosen up some of that tension from the day. Twice more. Inhale, reach, exhale, squeeze. Last time. Inhale, reach, exhale, squeeze. Good. So relax those shoulders, but keep your arms lifted. And I want you to try to keep your rib cage down. So you're going to inhale, reach your arms along by your ears, and you're going to feel how your rib cage is going to want to pop. I want you to keep those ribs down. So we're engaging those upper abs slightly, and we're in a neutral position for you guys. We have a heavy tailbone, and that little space between our spine and the mat is present. So you should be able to slide your hand underneath your spine. So ribs are down. Inhale, reach long by the ears. Exhale, sweep up toward the ceiling. Twice more before we add on. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweeping up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweeping back up. And let's add on to that. So inhale, reach, and exhale, circle out to the side, reaching up and over on an inhale and exhale, circling down and around. Nice big wide arm circles here. Our shoulders tend to get pretty locked up throughout the day. So I wanted to start tonight by opening that up a little bit. And let's reverse that, reaching out to the side, up, over, and down. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. 2. 1. Perfect. Good. Let your hands come down by your side. I'm going to pull my feet in a little bit closer, and let's start rocking tip to tail again, just trying to loosen things up so that as we move forward in class, our bodies are a little looser so that they're a little bit more malleable for some of these exercises. Let that tailbone drop heavy, and let's go into exhaling into that imprinted spine, and then release. And exhale, deep into that imprint, and release. Twice more. Exhale, deep into that imprint. Is anybody feeling a stretch through their thoracic? Actually just got like a tiny little bit of a, almost like a cramp. My back was really tight today. Exhale, deep into that imprint. Wrap through that waistline, and let's float. Left leg to a tabletop, right leg up to join it. Left foot comes all the way down, right foot comes all the way down, and release. We're just going to do a few more of these. Exhale, deep into that imprint. Left leg floats up. Right leg floats up to join it. Left foot comes down. Right foot comes down. Release. Last time, exhale. Deep into that imprint, and we're gonna stay there for this one. Left leg floats up. Right leg floats up. Connect through those abs, pull those ribs together, and here we go into our toe taps. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and take each foot down, release to that neutral position. And let's go right into some bridging here. Exhale, passing through that imprint, bridging those hips up, keeping those ribs down. So we practice that right from the start of class, keeping those ribs down. This is also another one where we want to keep that in play. Deep breath. And exhale, soften through that sternum as you come all the way back down. Tailbone releases. And exhale, passing through that imprint, squeeze the glutes, bridge those hips up, deep breath. And exhale, lengthen through that spine. Take that all the way down. Tailbone releases. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, passing through that imprint. Squeezing those glutes as you bridge up, deep breath. And exhale. Soften through that sternum as you journey all the way back down. Let's stay lifted on this next one. Exhale, passing through imprint. Bridging those hips up, squeeze those glutes. And give me little tiny pulses, up an inch, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll that all the way back down. And tailbone drops nice and heavy. Let's wake up those abdominals a little bit. Arms reach by your side. So remember, you could take one hand or both hands behind your head. You can also grab onto the sides of your mat to use that as a cradle for your head and neck if you need to take a little bit of that weight off of the neck. Nodding the chin. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders roll up, deep breath. And exhale, lowering that back down. Nod the chin, inhale. Exhale, those abs are that pulley system lifting you up. Chin is nodded, looking at those sides, deep breath. And exhale to lower that back down. Nod the chin. Head, neck, and shoulders roll up, deep breath. And exhale to lower that back down. Twice more, nodding the chin. Head, neck, and shoulders roll up, deep breath. And lower that down. Last time, nod the chin. Head, neck, and shoulders roll up. Let's wake up those obliques. So this is our side bend. So our hips are staying still. Our lower half isn't moving, but we're bending from that waistline to the left, coming through center. Bending from that waistline to the right, coming through center. And just keep alternating sides here. Keeping that chin nodded. You could also do this with your hands behind your head if you need that modification. Four, 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and lower that all the way back down. Good. All right, let's go ahead and find that imprinted spine again. Ribs pull down toward the hips, pressing our back into that mat. One leg at a time comes up to tabletop. If you need to, you could keep your head down or you can support your head with your hands. We're gonna nod the chin. I'm gonna call that roll up through the head, neck, and shoulders. So if you don't need any support, then just go ahead and roll your head, neck, and shoulders up. And if you're in this position, I want you to take your right hand onto that left knee. Extend that right leg long, take your left hand, reach for the outside of that left ankle, and then switch legs. So we've got the inside hand coming to our knee, the outside hand coming to that outside ankle on that bent knee. So it means we have to lift up a little bit higher, pointing through those toes. Reach a little lower if you want more of a low ab engagement. Reach a little higher if we're trying to take that pressure off your back. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Maybe rock that side to side. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and come up to a seated position. So I'm just gonna roll myself forward, but find whatever works best for you to come up to a nice, strong seated position here. Just gonna check my time. All right, so we are grabbing our weights or whatever it is that you're using in substitution for weights. I want you to sit with your legs crossed. If that doesn't work for you, extend the legs. Remember that you could always put something underneath your hips to kind of bolster them, whether that's rolling up your mat or putting a blanket or a pillow underneath it. You find what works best for you. All right, so we're gonna go right into our hugging a tree exercise. You should recognize this from our reformer work. I'm gonna start with a soft bend of my elbows, and I'm keeping this beautiful, tall, long posture here. So no slumping into those sits bones. I want you to think of sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are rolled back, collarbone is wide. Hands are about the level of your chest. We're gonna inhale, open, exhale, close, like we're going in and wrapping our arms around a beautiful redwood tree. Or when all of these restrictions lift, we're going into that beautiful, beautiful tight hug for someone who is beloved to us. Five more. 5. You can always do this without weights if you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, reach those arms out to the side. Turn the palms to face up toward the ceiling. We're gonna reach up, keeping that soft bend. So it's not, you're not bending, it's just a softening and then an open. Reach up, open. Try to keep those shoulders down. So sometimes we want to shrug the shoulders, try to keep them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and reach those arms forward and down, palms face up. Let's drive those elbows back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bend. Reach, bend. I'm just checking my own form because I felt myself slumping a little bit. It's easy to do once you start getting distracted. Stick with it. You should feel your abs working, even just to support that upright posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that out there, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach out to the side, stick with it, reach forward, pull those elbows back. Reach, open, reach, and pull that back. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, you should be feeling those arms. 2, 1. Excellent work, you guys. All right, let's set those weights to the side. Roll those shoulders back a couple times. Maybe roll them forward a couple times. And before we go into this next series, I want to go into a mermaid stretch. Pardon me, I just needed a drink of water. So for our mermaid, remember you could sit with your legs crossed. You could extend your legs out in front of you, or you could sit in this Z shape. So whatever is going to allow you to keep your hips heavy as we go side to side. That's our main goal for this. So remember also with this, it's about the quality of the movement, not the quantity. So it doesn't matter how far over you can bend to the side. I want you to keep those hips as heavy as you can. So I'm gonna bend over to the right, bending that right elbow, really pressing that left hip down because I can feel that it wants to pop up. And then coming back up tall. Let's do that again. Opening through that side body. Let's add a rotation onto that. Rotating and reach. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So now I've got my left hand down in my Z shape here. And I'm going to bend that left elbow over to the side, really pressing that right hip down. And coming back up. Let's add that rotation. Extending that arm, pulling those ribs back. I'm gonna go ahead and come up out of that. Nicely done, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna grab my TheraBand and we're going to use this to get a little bit more resistance to work on those arms a little bit more. So you can kind of tighten up on that band. If you want even more resistance, you could double it. If you don't have anything that's going to give you this kind of give and pull that the TheraBand is going to give you, then you can use weights, or you can use something that you can hold at about a shoulder width distance apart, so that at least you're keeping the weight of your arms steady and your hands the same distance that we want them to be. Sorry, for some reason I'm tripping over my words. Basically, I want you to try to keep your hands, if you're not doing this resistance work, I want you to keep your hands about level with your shoulder, okay? So I'm gonna swing around and I'm gonna have my legs extended. Now, if you need to, you can bend your knees. So we're gonna go into a half roll back. If your hips are really tight or your legs are really tight, then please go ahead and give yourself a little bend into those knees. Otherwise, I'm gonna reach my glutes back a little bit to make more room for my sits bones. And I'm gonna take a deep breath, reaching those arms forward, keeping those hands about level with my shoulders. I'm gonna take a deep breath, and I'm gonna exhale. I'm gonna twist from my waistline over to my left, and I'm gonna inhale, come back through center. And exhale, twist from my waistline over to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale. Twist. Inhale, center. Exhale. Twist. Inhale, center. If you've got that band, let's add on. Exhale, twist. And open that band a little further apart. Resist that as you come back in. Spreading that band apart as you twist. And then coming back towards center. Twisting from that waistline. My feet are on either edge of my mat. Once more each side. Twist. Last time. Twist. And come back through center. Good. Roll those shoulders back. All right. From here, go ahead and reach those arms forward. Take a deep breath. And exhale. I want you to roll back. Just about halfway, just rolling off those sits bones. And then inhale, rolling forward over the thighs. Stack that up tall. And exhale, rolling that back. Keep your feet down. Take a deep breath. And exhale, pulling those ribs behind you as you round forward. Stack that up tall. Let's see if we can add onto that if you've got that band or something that's giving you some give. Exhale, rolling back. And let's see if we can spread that band apart. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoot through those abdominals, rolling forward. Stack that up tall. And I should add that when I'm coming up over my thighs, you'll notice that I'm not dropping my hands down. So my hands come down lower because I'm reaching forward and I'm getting that opposite mobility through my spine. But I'm not dropping my hands. So let's do 3 more of these and try to keep that in mind, keeping those arms level. Here we go. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Rolling back, spread that band apart. Deep breath. Scoot through the abdominals, rolling forward over the thighs. Stack that up tall. Here we go again. Exhale. Rolling back. Spread that band apart. Deep breath. Scoot through the belly, rolling forward. Stack that up tall. Last time, exhale. Rolling back. Spread that band apart. And then scoot through the belly, rolling forward. And go ahead and stack that up nice and tall. So I'm going to set the band to the side. And I'm going to make my diva hands here. This is our, like we're about to sing an operatic aria. Sitting up nice and tall, take a deep breath. And I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna roll back. And I'm gonna stay here, let's get those obliques. Exhale, twist to the left, inhale, center. Twist to the right, inhale, center. Twisting from that waistline. 2 more sets. 2. Last full set. Good. And go ahead and roll that down, pulling those knees a little closer to you. And let's go into a spinal rotation here. Take your arms out to a T. Let your knees fall all the way over to the left. You're going to look over to the right. Pull those knees through center. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So my knees are over to the right as I look over to the left. Let's go for 1 more each side. So 1 more full set. Sending that breath where you might be feeling tight. And last time. Good. Go ahead and pull those knees back in through center. And let's go ahead and gently roll over so that we are on our stomach. All right. So we're going to start in our superhero pose. I'm just moving all my junk out of the way. All right, so I've got my arms, my hands about shoulder width apart, and my feet are apart. I've got my feet on either side of the mat, so on opposite corners of the mat. Forehead is down to start. Belly button pulls up, ribs knit together, shoulders pull down. Lengthen through the back of the neck to keep that head lifted. And remember, we're looking for a long line through the back of the neck. Take a deep breath. And exhale, lift. And inhale to lower. Exhale, lift your hands, lift your feet. Those legs are lifting from the glute. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. We got 3 more. Exhale, lift. Keep those abs working for you. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's stay lifted on this next one. Exhale, lift, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Arms out to a T. See if you can stay here. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your elbows, stack your hands, bend your knees. Good work, you guys. Maybe let those hips rock side to side for a moment. Good. So we are going to do a version of a double leg kick, which is a Pilates exercise. So I'm going to have you stack your hands. You're going to start with your forehead down on your hands. As always, I'm going to keep my head hovering a little bit just so you can continue to hear my voice. But you're going to start with your forehead making contact with your hands. So knees are bent. You're going to take a deep breath. You're going to lift your head. You're going to exhale, extend your legs. And then bend those knees. Let your head come down and look over to the left. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Lift your head looking towards center. Extend those legs. Squeeze your glutes. Bend your knees. Look over to your right. And exhale. Lift. Inhale, bend, and look in the opposite direction. Exhale. Lift. Inhale, bend, looking in that opposite direction. Exhale, lift, lower and bend. Exhale, lift, lower and bend. Once more each side. Exhale, lift, lower and bend. Last time, exhale, lift, and lower and bend. Good. So before we move on, I want you to keep your forehead down onto your stacked hands, and I want you to separate your knees. So this is our heels together, toes apart. Your knees are wide, and your knees should be wider than your mat here. So you're going to keep your forehead down on your stacked hands. Again, I'm going to be in that slight hover position, and we're going to do our heel squeeze here, getting into those glutes. So I want you to take a deep breath, abs pull in, feet are flexed, and we're making our mermaid tail here. Take a deep breath, exhale, squeeze those heels together, squeeze those glutes as you do, and release that pressure, but don't let your heels come apart. So your heels are glued together, they're super glued together. Take a deep breath. Exhale, squeeze like you're jamming those heels in toward each other, and then release. Exhale, squeeze, and you should feel your whole glute lift here. Release. 3 more. Exhale, squeeze. Release. Exhale, squeeze, and release. We're going to add on, exhale, squeeze, lift, lower, release. Squeeze, lift, lower, release. Don't compress into your low back. So if that means that you're just lifting like a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch, but your glute is what's doing the lifting, that's what I care more about than taking your heels up toward the ceiling, okay? Really isolating that glute in that movement and not the low back. Take a deep breath. Exhale, squeeze, lift, lower, release. Squeeze, lift, lower, release. Squeeze, lift, lower, release. 3 more. Squeeze, lift, lower, release. Squeeze, lift, lower, release. Squeeze, lift, stay lifted if you can. Give me little pulses up just a little higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go ahead and push back onto our heels. Let's take a nice shell stretch here. Knees are separated, reaching those arms forward. Breathing deep here. Maybe letting those hips give a little rock side to side. All right, let's go into some planks here. You know, we love our planks at Club Pilates. So let's start on our forearms here. So I'm going to take my forearms down. Shoulders are rolled back and squared. Take a deep breath and exhale. Extending one leg at a time. And make sure your hips aren't lifting up, right? We want to keep a long line here. Squeezing those glutes, wrists still together. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those knees come down. Sit back onto your heels. Good. Let's try that again. Coming down onto those forearms. We're going to see if we can add a little dynamic movement onto that. If that doesn't work for you, then just hold the plank. Extend those legs. Take your right foot to the outside edge of your mat. Tap that back in. Left foot to the outside of your mat. Tap that back in. Alternating one side, then the other. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those knees come down. Sit back onto your heels. Perfect. All right, let's keep our knees down, and we're going to go into our triangle shape with our hands. So this is our triangle, like diamond shape with our fingers. And if you want to go into a full push-up position with your legs extended, go for it. It's one of my projects right now is to improve my push-up form. So I am keeping my knees down because I notice that I start to lump or dump into my low back when my legs are extended. So just really pay attention to what your body is telling you. Ribs pull together. Take a deep breath. So we're gonna inhale, elbows bend to the side, exhale, press that away. 2 more. Last one. Stick with it, but take your hands apart. And let's see if we can bend those elbows back. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead, sit back onto your heels. Roll your wrists out if you need to. Great work, you guys. All right, let's go into a couple cat stretches next. Take a deep breath. Exhale, rounding that spine. Let your head drop heavy. Take a deep breath. Lengthen that back out. Round as well. And exhale, rounding that spine. Head hangs heavy. Deep breath. And lengthen that back out. Twice more.
rounding. Lengthen that back out. Last time. Rounding. Go ahead and lengthen that back out. I want you to see if you can curl your toes underneath you. So we're gonna go into a downward facing dog because we're gonna come up onto our feet and do some standing leg work. If you know that that doesn't work for you, then I want you to gently make your way up to a standing position with your feet about hip distance apart. Otherwise, if you want that downward facing dog, lift your hips, press them up and back, pushing out of those shoulders. Maybe pedaling those legs if you want more of a stretch through the calf muscles. And then you're gonna walk your fingertips back toward your toes, soften the bend in your knees, and go ahead and stack that spine one vertebra at a time. So standing on our mats, let's go right into some squat work here. So ribs are pulled together. Again, feet are hip distance apart. And you're gonna reach back through that tailbone, squeeze those glutes as you extend those legs coming out of that. Really hinging from the hips, reaching that tailbone back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that low, and let's do those little pulses up an inch, down an inch, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and extend those legs. Let's go right into our curtsy lunge. So taking that right leg behind me and then stepping that forward. So let's just stay one side at a time. Do what you will with your hands. If you're feeling really motivated tonight, maybe you do some bicep curls with your weights. 4, 3, 2, hold that low, little pulses up an inch, down an inch, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out of that, let's switch sides. Hopefully you guys get, ooh, there goes my balance. Some sunshine today. Certainly a beautiful day. Good work, you guys. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold that low. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that all the way back up. And let's go into a wide turned out position here. Keep your spine nice and tall. And it's like you're sliding your back down a wall. So again, do what you want with your hands. If you want to use weights here, go ahead and use them. If you want your hands on your hips, go ahead, make this work for you. I'm always trying to find ways to give you guys options. And if you guys have requests, please let us know. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that low, and little pulses again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay low, hands behind the head. Tick-tock that from one side to the other. One more little oblique blast here.
4, 3, 2, last one. And go ahead, roll that forward. Let those hips loosen up. You can maybe rock side to side here. Let's go ahead and stack through that spine. Let's walk our feet a little closer together. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead, nod the chin, folding that forward, softening the bend in your knees, shake your head, nod your head, belly button toward your spine, stack 1 vertebra at a time. Here we go again, reaching up, and exhale, rolling that forward, deep breath. Maybe let yourself sway side to side. And then go ahead and stack through that spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Step your feet out just a little bit wider. And let's get this stretch through that inner thigh, lunging over to the right side. If you want to, you can take this down onto the floor depending on your comfort and flexibility level. Now let's get that other side. Good, and then coming back in through center, stack through the spine. We're just gonna do one thing more here. So if you need to find something to balance against, maybe just walk over to the nearest wall and put your hand against that. But let's get quad stretch here. So I want you to take that right foot into your hand, and you're gonna press that foot into the palm of your hand. As you press that knee down, you should feel this stretch through that quad. I sometimes like to extend my opposite arm just to make that more of a balance challenge. Release, go ahead and shake that out. Now let's get that opposite side. So now I'm grabbing my left foot into the palm of my left hand. And I'm pressing the top of my foot into my hand. And I'm really feeling that stretch. Like pull that knee down toward the mat underneath me. Okay, let that foot come down. Shake that out. Lift that chest open up through the spine. Let your head fall back. And then go ahead and drop that forward, little pulses. And then stack that up 1 vertebra at a time. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for Wednesday night, flow level 1.5. Thanks again for joining us on this beautiful evening. I hope you guys get some sunshine. I'll be back tomorrow for a noon 30-minute Pilates HIIT fusion class. We will need some weights for that, and you might want to wear sneakers if you are coming to class tomorrow. So have a beautiful night, you guys. See you soon.
Pack your sneakers. Great class, Rochelle. Video and audio is super sharp tonight. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the time of day, but the class is great. Everyone, we have 4 classes tomorrow, so tune in 9:30, noon, 4:30, and 7. So hope to see you. Have a great night. Enjoy the sun.